Hi, this is Anatole Burkin for Woodworker's Journal. Today I'm going to preview something different from what you typically see in a hobby woodworking shop, a machine controlled by a computer. Now, I consider myself an analog guy when it comes to woodworking, and I've had no experience with computer control tools until this showed up. It's a laser etching and cutting machine. It's made by Full Spectrum. It's called the H-Series 20x12 5th generation laser. Now, you might be wondering, like I did, how hard is it to get a computer-controlled machine up and running without any prior experience? The answer is not long. Between setup and familiarizing myself with the manual and a couple of software programs, I was cutting and etching wood within a few hours. So let me show you what's involved in the setup, and then I'll fire it up. A laser powerful enough to cut materials gets really hot, and this is a double-walled tube that's continually cooled by this distilled water in this bucket. There's a pump here, it runs water here, and then returns back into the bucket. It doesn't get really hot inside the bucket. The laser also creates smoke because it's burning or melting materials. So this duct here is connected to a squirrel cage fan, and that runs out to a dryer duct. Now you could just hang this hose out a window if you don't have a dryer duct in your shop. Last, compressed air is sent to the cutting head that helps dissipate any flames that erupt when you're cutting wood and helps the laser beam cut better. The laser machine is connected to the computer via an Ethernet cable. The best way to ensure that all the components get turned on during the use is to use a power strip with its own on-off switch. The focus head needs to be adjusted for the thickness of the material. To do that, loosen this thumb screw, place the spacer block between the focus head and the material, slide this down, tighten her up, and remove the spacer block. Now, there are no built-in hold-down or registration devices that come with this machine, but I figured out a quick way to register the workpiece to the XY axis. What I do is line up one edge of the workpiece with the red laser pointer. That might be hard to see, so I'll use this stick. Then I jog the focus head along the X-axis and make sure the workpiece is still in alignment. Move the workpiece as needed to keep it parallel with the X-axis. Now, you might be wondering how the laser beam gets from here to the workpiece. That's done by 3 mirrors. The beam shoots out like this: mirror number 1, mirror number 2, and mirror number 3. Now we got the setup done. Let's fire this thing up and etch something. Well, here it is, an engraving of a fern leaf, which I photographed on a white background, then processed in a standard photo processing program. This etching took about an hour. It depends on the size, some take less, some take longer. One cool thing about this machine is that the entire bottom panel can be removed. You can take the machine and place it on top of a larger workpiece, such as a door panel or a blanket chest. Inside, workpieces as big as 12 by 20 will fit. There's a lot you can do with this machine. For example, in a very short time, I was able to create a number of projects using various woods and acrylics. The machine will also etch anodized aluminum, glass, and granite. To be sure, a machine like this is a serious investment for a workshop, but it can really open up some creative possibilities limited only by your imagination.